welcome back to my channel. I'm actually like wearing a lot of makeup for a fitness video, but I'm doing some other things, so yeah, but at least I'm wearing a Toronto Raptors t-shirt to go with the theme, you know, of fitness. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Cheat sheet. This is about staying in shape at middle age or around middle age, over 35, hitting 40, hitting 45, hitting 50. That's why I say to that, you know what? We're gonna look like the hottest we've ever looked at whatever age that we're at, and I'm gonna tell you how in this video. So if you're interested and you're at that time in your life where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna take my power back, I've just gone through a breakup or a divorce or I don't know, a meltdown. We've all been there, especially like at this time in our lives. So it's like, take the power back, get hotter than ever. That's what this video is about. If you're interested in how to do that, then keep on watching. That's what they say on YouTube. But yeah, it's funny, like if you meet girls in their 20s, you know, they're like, oh, you know, it's like, you've gone through that? It's like, yeah, just wait. Like, you know what I mean? Your divorce is coming, okay? So just give it a few years. You haven't had enough time to go through these shitty experiences. Your time is coming. But the thing is that what I'm gonna talk to you about as far as like fitness and my just really like quick video about the 5 things that I have found have worked for me. With each tip, it can get a little bit more detailed, and that's where you come in. If you have questions, like you can DM me. My Instagram is, this is Kara_. So any questions, like please reach out, and I answer all of my DMs as long as they're appropriate. They're not creepy. So I will get back to you if you have any specific questions about the tips that I'm going to give you today about my fitness, staying in shape routine over the age of 40 or 40 and over or 35 and over, or whatever you are. So keep in mind that I'll sort of like do different videos based on the questions that I'm being asked, but I really want to keep them short and sweet because I've found over the years that like when I get a little bit too detailed or a little bit too regimented, it actually starts to impact me in a negative way. So for example, if I'm, you know, if I start to work out too much, it can start to deplete me, and then I start to look tired, and then I don't look as, you know, youthful. Let's roll. Number 1, you're gonna like this one, ladies. Eat carbs. Like, eat carbs, okay? I'm not saying like, what type of carb? Only eat sweet potatoes, cut them into halves. Like, general rule, you can eat carbs, okay? And then with that, kind of like on the flip side of that is just making sure that every day you're eating the amount of protein to your body.
Good God, girl, stop flailing your hands around.
So for example, I weigh 125 pounds, sometimes 130, sometimes 120. So I will generally try to match my protein intake to my body weight at the time. So if I'm 125 pounds, I'm gonna eat 125 grams of protein every day. Don't ask questions, just do it. Nike. Second thing, no cardio. So that's been a big thing for me. When I started my fitness routine about 10 years ago, I was like hardcore into like cardio, HIIT, treadmill. I was like overtraining. It was depleting me. I was losing too much weight. I wasn't having any like of the gains, and it was starting to impact my skin, my overall just kind of sense of liveliness and strength. And then again, like if you are doing cardio, maximum 5 minutes, and make sure it's weight resistant. So all these things you can like look up on YouTube, like weight resistant, you know, warm up videos, and then YouTube will give them to you. So I'm not really here to kind of like go through the motions. Like, I mean, I can do that maybe at a later date as far as my routines, but again, these are just like my easy, like simple sort of like go-to things. So when you think about your fitness, ladies, you're not like waking up in the morning like, oh my God, you know, I can't eat carbs now. I have to, you know, run for an hour a day. Like, not part of my whole secret sauce. Number 3, weight training, 4 times a week, 5 times max, minimum 4 for the initial 2 years of your fitness journey. And generally speaking, I like to focus on the lower part, like your glutes and legs, 2 to 3 times a week, and then upper body the other 1 or 2 days. Number 4, I hope I'm doing this in sequence. It's like grade 2 math. Am I on number 2, 3, 1? Gotta have my cheat sheet. Number 4, no refined sugar. So when I say that, it's like, in the fitness world, I feel like it can get a little bit intense. It's like, you know, eat carbs, don't eat carbs, have this percentage of carbs. Like, I just say eat what your body is telling you to eat, what it feels like at the time, but just try to stay away from sweets and sugar as much as you can. So for me, sweets, refined sugar, like whether it's like a cake or chocolate or anything like that, is like literally like 1% of my diet. I've kept it that way for a very long time, and it's worked for me, and it's allowed me to kind of like have the energy that I do, along with staying in shape and managing my cravings and having that pasta and having that burger when you want it and whatever your body's craving. Number 5, my last tip is intermittent fasting. So I do intermittent fasting 3 times a week. I find if you do it less than that, it doesn't have the same sort of like impact on your overall energy levels and overall fitness routine. If you do it more than that, it becomes too much and it depletes you. So usually I'll start my on my fasting at 6 o'clock the night before, and then I eat the next day at 1 p.m. With that, kind of like it's in like a little mini extra tip. It's not like part of my 5 tips, but I would say sleeping is like critical. Sleeping and resting. So making sure that if you're feeling depleting, that you're getting the right sleep and rest. Videos that I do, I'm going to get a little bit more detailed and a little bit more scientific potentially. Hopefully I'm going to have on guests that can sort of support what I'm talking about. Again, I'm not like a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'm not like an astronaut, but so this is just through trial and error, what has worked for me at 40, in my 40s. I know it sounds better, more impactful. I have to look at my cheat sheets for this. Is like, could you imagine if I had to give a political speech? Like, those are my like 5 tips. When women reach out to me and they're like, oh, what do you do for your fitness? I'm like, you know what, 10 years ago, I didn't look as good as I do now, and I was doing way more cardio. I wasn't eating carbs. I was depleting myself from a fitness routine. This is like my simple like 5 things that I do for fitness that have worked for me. Take them like in, maybe use 1 or 2 that work for you. Do some research on like the individual ones that you feel like might help you out. I don't know. But again, I'm gonna do, this is just like a simple video. Next time or subsequent videos, we'll start to talk about like the details as to why. And yeah, that's it. That's where I'm gonna start with fitness. I feel like I talked like at a crazy speed, so I'm not sure if all of you are still here. But if you are, I hope that you took something away from this video. It's really just meant to be short, simple, and sweet, and I don't know, help as best as I can in your fitness journey. This is about feeling good, and this is about feeling satisfied. Yeah, so that's it for today. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, I appreciate them. This is like, I'm new to doing videos, I'm new to YouTube. I really want this to become a journey of me sort of like discovering how to talk to the phone where no one's around, but I'm like talking to people. And yeah, I appreciate the comments, I appreciate the questions. Please inquire if you have anything else that you want to know, and I will do a video on it. That's it. Please subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell. Instagram, Mrs. Kara_. DM me if you have any questions. I can't wait to hear from you. I'm excited to build this community with you, and rock on. Don't forget. Challenge me to an arm wrestle. You're going down. That's it for today.